Okay, so now let's talk about what you actually need to do this correctly. Okay, what do you need to do this correctly? Okay, so here's the list of what you'll need to actually move forward effectively. Okay, the BSF product index, which is literally what we just went through. Okay, you need the BSF product index. You need viral vaults, which we'll go through shortly as well. You need Google Trends. You need Amazon Jungle Scouts. Okay, AliExpress for product pricing research. We no longer use AliExpress for fulfillment, obviously, right? If anyone here wants, some proper fulfillment connection, you can feel free to shoot me a message on my Instagram or Facebook. I don't mind connecting you with the people that we use. We have so much consistent success here at Beyond Six Figures that we literally have people who are throwing themselves at us with zero MOQ. One of our manufacturing connects that our students use also works with Coca-Cola, which is pretty dang cool, right? You need Jungle Scout extension, AliExpress, like I just mentioned, Google Sheets and Product Arsenal, okay, which we'll go through, YouTube and watch count, okay? First and foremost, let's go through some of our winning products so you guys can see an exact example as to what winning products look like, okay, as to what winning products actually smell like, and exactly items that we've sold as well. Okay, these are literally our winners. So first and foremost, understand I'm also going to give you guys a product at the end that catches traction every single year, spring and summer. So we're going to give you a winning product that does well every year, and we're going to show you some of ours as well. So this particular product is the teddy bear coat, right? We ran up $40,000 days for this item because it's extremely unique. Right? It's unique because of the actual material that it has within it. Okay, this is a teddy bear style material that's extremely comfortable for many, many people. And yeah, it's clearly woman dominated as well, which is a big, big, big factor, right? And a lot of people have to realize here, by looking at an item like this definitely has high perceived value, right? This definitely has high perceived value and allows us to say, wow, this looks like it maybe costs $80, $90 in a retail store, but we're able to get it for around 20 to 25 bucks.
Did you say $40,000 in a day? 40,
yeah, with this product, over $40,000 in a single day. And we did almost $1 million a month with the product as well.
So with your product criteria, where does this fall?
We got woman dominated, we got high perceived value, we have extremely unique, and there's our 3 right there. Products, guys, should pass the criteria with flying colors. Please, guys, don't force the products through the system. One of the biggest things I want us all to realize here is if it doesn't pass easily, don't pass it. Okay, that's the most important thing here. Okay, is actually moving forward accordingly and not just forcing things through the system. It will easily pass if it's a proper good, which is super cool. And this item did fairly well, right? And what's cool about it is you can see it's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. It's a very general mass market item. Okay, now let's get into something else as well. This particular item, we also did $1 million in a month with. This is the lens sphere. Okay, I did this with the Goldberg brothers, right? We scaled this puppy up to $1 million in a month. And as you can see, this is a bit of a weird item, right? It's kind of weird. What do you do with something like this? Okay. And if you go in the BSF Facebook group, you could search for lens sphere and you'll see the screenshots and everything. Okay. Now, what's cool about this item is it's just a glass ball, right? You would never really particularly think it's a winner unless you knew what it actually does, right? So think about how important educating the consumer is on an item like this, guys, okay? What's really, really key here, okay, is as you move forward, understanding that if an item just looks bland, realize there's probably more to it that you have to be able to actually portray to the person watching the ad, right, which is so important. Now, yeah, and Saad, it's funny, when you saw these ads, that was probably me going crazy with it, right? Now, this particular item, you take a camera and you hold it behind this circle, right? And it gives you really, really insane shots. So for a photographer, let me walk you guys through the angle to actually take with this product. So you guys can see how you take your product that gets approved by the system and then how to angle it. Because it's not about just getting the product approved to the system, that's step one. It's also coming up with an angle that the user base wants to see and will actually capture their attention. So if I can increase a photographer's skills, okay, with an item like this, a photographer is going to make more money, right? They're going to be a better photographer. They're going to be better than their competition. Right. So a lot of the ways that we sold this, we had a few different angles, right? And the most successful angle was to photographers, right? Walking them through, hey, this very, very, unique glass sphere is going to allow you to genuinely have more unique shots than anyone else around you. Right now, as you can see, it's pretty cool. And if you're a photographer, the result of everything you do is literally how your photos come out. Think about it like this, guys. If I'm a photographer, is that going to make logical sense for me to buy this? Does this make logical sense to purchase? If I'm thinking about it, I want to be a better photographer, right? Logically, if I buy this product, I'll get better shots than my competition and I'll have a more vast array of what I can shoot. That means, yeah, I definitely have logical sense to buy this, right? And also, let's say I'm a photographer for a living and it feeds my kids, right? I definitely want to go ahead and buy this to be that better photographer because that's very emotional to me as well. So we have the emotional and logical standpoint. And that's how you actually create, okay, that's how you create a really good marketing angle, is by having logic and emotion attached to it as well.
Yeah, and it also appeals to the average Joe that takes pictures on Instagram and posts stories and wants to just have something that stands out from the norm. So this was an interesting product. It did well for a while. I haven't seen it popping up so much recently, but I think it could have a second life, especially with TikTok. I've yet to see anybody really crank this on TikTok, and especially with organic content, you can do some really cool videos with this product that could catch a wave. So it's a good example for sure. Yeah, so this is the product that I scaled to almost 2 million in sales in under 2 years. And I built a whole brand around this product that actually sold last year in August. If any of you guys have been following me for a while, you already know this. So I'll skip you the long story. But the reason why this product did so well is because it solves a massive problem in a very unique way. The problem is that people struggle with sleep. And there are many solutions to that, right? Like pills and different type of sleep sounds and different type of remedies and melatonin and things that you could take. But I saw this as an interesting fix to the problem. Basically, you put these headphones on, you put on some sleep sounds or some sleep meditation, and you fall asleep faster. And I actually used the product myself before I ended up dropshipping it, because at the time I was living with my parents and my little brother, he was snoring super loud. We were sleeping in the same bedroom. I was pretty down bad at that time. And that product actually blocked out the noise of his snoring. So I was like, wait, this is actually a good product. It actually solves a problem. And I could see a clear marketing angle of this thing. Now, one thing that Justin didn't mention when it comes to finding a product that I think is extremely important is that I had seen this product already getting over 5 million views on a Facebook ad. This product was already popping off.
Maybe saturated, some would call it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's actually one of the best indicators that you want to look for when determining if it's worth selling a product. Why? Because if it's already doing well, then that means that it's already been proven to have interest from the market. So then what we have to do is say, okay, how can we improve on what's already out there? How can we make a better video? How can we come up with a better marketing angle? How can we make a better website and a better offer? If we can do these things, we can take any saturated product in the market and we can make it work for ourselves. So that's literally exactly what I did. I tested the product with a video ad that I created myself on Adobe Premiere using footage that I found from AliExpress and Alibaba. I was getting consistent sales with the product and I had it on hand because, like I said, I was using it. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and use my iPhone and film a better ad of this product. And once I did that, this thing took off. And within the first 2 weeks, I had scaled it past $1,000 a day. And from that point, I said, okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's look at a year from now. Let's look at 2 years from now. Is this going to be something that people still want? Yes, and they'll probably want it even more than now, because I'm telling you guys, the problem with people having struggling sleep is getting worse and worse and worse because of the technology. So I saw this as a huge bet against that. And it worked. I mean, at the peak, I was selling close to $20,000 a day of this product. And towards the end, we sold almost $2 million of this one and our pro model of the product. And I just recently sold the brand, which has allowed me to focus on what I really want to do full time. So this product changed my life. And there's an important lesson in this whole thing. And it's that all it takes to change your life is one great product. It doesn't take 10, it doesn't take 20. You might have to go through 10 to find that product. You might have to go through 20 to find that product. But man, once you find that one and you really lock in and make it the best, you're set. Like, this is really the business that took me from being in debt to having a couple $100,000 in cash before I sold the business, right? And then afterwards, you can do the math on that. So this one product really changed the game for me. And it fits on the majority of the criteria that Justin was speaking about. The only thing that he didn't mention that I really want to bring up to you guys is that you want to really look for stuff that is trending recently in the market with room for you to improve. And if you say, oh, well, I don't see anything that I can improve on, well, it's probably because you're a terrible marketer and you have to get better. And that's just the truth of it. It's like, you want to go be a professional basketball player? Well, you better shoot some free throws. You better go do some layups, because you're not ready to be at that level yet. So you need to become a better marketer so you can actually get in the game and make money. You're competing against people like me. You're competing against people like Justin Wall and the other 240 people in this community. So just understand that if you want to win the game, you have to be good at the game. And that takes practice and that takes time. But I was at the level that I needed to be, and I was able to succeed with this product.
And Jordan, that's an amazing point, guys. Whenever you see particular ads that might be doing well, don't think, oh, it's too much competition. Note that there's demand there. And I think, Jordan, you did an exceptional, pathway of walking through that point. And guys, what's really cool about this is like, well, you could take a look at these items, guys, like it's nothing crazy, right? So don't think that, this is impossible. Okay. But no, it is possible, but you have to manage your expectations correctly. So many people will quit after like 2 to 3 products. And then the other guy who sticked around for 3 more products is now the guy who's scaling to millions of bucks. So keep that in mind, guys. It's not just about one item. It's about loving the journey and loving the process and loving the system.
I mean, I tested over 20 products to find this one. And you have to understand that
for real.
The reason why I found this product was not because I got lucky on my 21st product. It's that with every single product I was testing, I was able to analyze what went wrong, which in turn made me a better marketer, right? So every single failed product made me better. It's just the same with YouTube. You guys see me posting videos going viral on YouTube. Well, go look at my channel. Go look at my first 100 videos. None of them got more than 100,000 views. And you could look at that as, oh, those first 100 videos failed, or you can look at that as those first 100 videos were teaching me how to make YouTube videos. And now when I post a video, it'll get 100,000 views in a day. So, that's how it works with anything. And you have to understand that if you want to succeed with dropshipping, or maybe you're a fan of Iman Gadzhi and you want to go start an agency. Cool. I love that. That's going to take you around 6 months too. You're a fan of Luke Belmar and you want to become a trader. Cool. That's going to take you like 6 to 12 months too. It's not about who's got the business model that's going to make me succeed the fastest. It's pick one that makes sense with your skill set and be prepared to learn that thing until it works. I'm telling you guys, that's really what it comes down to.
It is. And one thing that really stuck with me that you said before, Jordan, is, when you start off, you might not be that great of a marketer, right? You might have to practice. You might have to go through several products to get to the point where you can get to a level of scaling an item like this. So keep that in mind, guys. Stick to the pathway and be consistent. Because I promise you, e-commerce is the #1 thing that changed my life. Okay. And this online space, I'm telling you guys, if you commit now, if you're a young guy or even an older individual, commit and just stay committed. I promise you, if you just stay the path and stay the course, you will break through, right? It's really the moat around this entire business is the fact that it's so hard to stay consistent, right? And that the human brain, it's insanity to continue doing something that you're not good at, right? So get good and stay consistent.